As the holiday season comes to an end, we're thankful for family and friends and all the blessings that make life worth living. But as we mark the beginning of a new year, we also know that America faces great and growing challenges, challenges that threaten our nation's economy and our dreams for the future. Economists from across the political spectrum agree that if we don't act swiftly and boldly, we could see a much deeper economic downturn that could lead to double-digit unemployment and the American dream slipping further and further out of reach. That's why we need an American recovery and reinvestment plan that not only creates jobs in the short term, but spurs economic growth and competitiveness in the long term.
We're broke. We're broke. America's broke. All year long, our friends across the aisle have been on this massive spending spree that our nation can't afford. You know, we had a $1 trillion stimulus bill that was supposed to create jobs immediately, and yet unemployment is now at 10% in America, and 3 million people have lost their jobs since the bill was signed into law.
The national debt is climbing by the second. We want to show you a live look at the national debt clock if we've got it. House Speaker John Boehner and his soon-to-be Republican counterpart in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, say that they will work to reduce the national debt. That debt recently passed the $18 trillion mark.
As we mentioned, lawmakers announced that early morning deal. It is a $2 trillion economic stimulus package aimed at helping American workers and businesses that are impacted by the spread of COVID-19.
We have some stunning new numbers to share with you of new unemployment claims just made in the past week, Sagar.
Yeah, that's right. So the unemployment claims just broke from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 3.3 million unemployment claims just in the last week. Let's throw up that chart here that was tweeted by Joe Weisenthal over at Bloomberg TV. You can actually see, Crystal, that it is so unprecedented that it is orders of magnitude larger than the Great Recession. So the Great Recession on that chart, and then some of the shocks of the system,
even see it in comparison.
Can barely be seen on the chart in relation to where we are right now. Completely unprecedented territory. And now, look at, what are we talking about? Look at that Senate bill. Put it right up against that chart. Does that Senate bill, $1,200 payment, does that track with that number right there?
This relief package will provide $500 billion in loans for big businesses, another $400 for small businesses. Now, it includes a one-time cash payment for most working Americans. It's up to $1,200 for individuals and $3,000 for the average family. No word on when those payments would get to you. But it also expands unemployment insurance from 26 weeks to 39 in most states, boosting benefits by $600 a week. The deal announced overnight on the Senate floor.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
Well, remember when the last administration decided to invest in our nation's children? Big mistake.
The Balanced Breakfast program just created a generation of ultra-strong super criminals.
And Midnight Basketball taught them to function without sleep.
What about my pledge to build the world's largest bookmobile? Isn't there any money left for that?
No.
Cash with both hands and make a stash. New car, caviar, four-star daydream. Think I'll buy me a football team.